Hi guys, this is episode 3 of the Project W House Flip series, and this has become our reality on site. So we're hoping to finish the crack stitching in this episode, the build work. We've got plumbing, electrics and cool brands that are going to be featured. So without further ado, let's get started. Thanks to the mods on my bucky, you can fit 2 baths in one load. Brilliant. Today's an exciting day guys. We've got Maremi Kitchens here. How's it guys?
Hi Steve.
Hi Steve, how are you?
Good, great to see you guys. Firstly, as you've seen, we've actually made the kitchen a little bit more open plan. We've gone to the ceiling here just so that it links better with the dining. And then this side, we've also made a scullery section, which I felt was very important because of the smallish space.
Still small, but
It's better than what it was.
yeah, it's way better than what it was.
Yeah.
So Steve, I think we'll take in measurements of all the different walls. And then after that we can just have a little discussion about the placement of cabinets and appliances. Starting with the layout of the walls. And
With
then
all the lovely corners.
Yeah. You keeping the ceiling height the same. You're not really
Yes,
going to be
we're going to keep
changing
this
it.
bulkhead. Yeah.
Ah, great. Let's see. Arvarking. Did you get that?
Yeah, I speak fluent Tswana.
Ke a leboga gore le shebile video ya me. Le checka gape le video tse di tlang gape mo godimo ga tse.
We've built this section on, and in my mind, pantry cupboard, broom cupboard and a washing machine makes sense in this section. Obviously, your new back door is going to be there. This door frame will come out, so this will just be an opening and a step down.
The space is big enough to fit in 2 machines, but you're
2
already
machines. It's a good idea.
putting in a dishwasher in the house.
But that's a
So
good
I'm
idea.
guessing-
We can factor in space for another machine.
Yeah, thermal dryer.
Dryer.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. And then this side, what are your guys' thoughts?
A grocery cabinet. There's not really enough space inside the house for a grocery cabinet anyway.
That's perfect.
Are you taking up the roof, or is it
The
going to be
roof,
at a...
It will be extended,
Okay.
and there'll be a little ceiling.
We should just discuss the color
let's look at
selection
some
so that
boards.
we know exactly
Let's do
what
that.
we're working with.
Let's set it up.
All right, cool.
So yeah, with the colors, there's so many options. I'm not 100% sure yet, so I think maybe when you guys go to the drawing board with the design and we start getting the render in place, you can play with the colors and what we've chatted about, and let's take it from there.
Hopefully you will like what we come with. If there's any challenges on the designs, you are free to make any adjustments
Awesome.
so that you are comfortable with the kitchen. From us, I'll be seeing you in the next coming 2 days.
Sounds good. Thanks so much. Very excited.
Steve.
So latest update on the scullery extension. We're quite far. The floor has been done, the concrete floor. Then we started the brickwork, and basically this is where the new back door is going to be. And it's the first time we're getting an idea of the sort of the size of the space. And yeah, carry on with the brickwork and then the roof. John, we've gotten quite far with the plumbing on site, Project W, and I think it's the best time to actually speak about the types of pipes, the materials that we see.
So as you can see what I have in my hand here, we've got firstly a uni twist, we've got a piece of copper, and we've got galvanized. Now galvanized back in the days what they used to build homes with in the sense of pipe work, right? But over time it tends to rust. It really doesn't last as long as what they were hoping to last. Galvanized can contribute to a lot of effects in the house, dirty water, cause of leaks. Nowadays what we do is in the walls we will pipe in copper. Copper is a lot more stronger, it can last longer, and it won't cause any leaks in the sense of that. Uni twist is a lot more of a cost-effective option. This can be run in floors, it can be run in roofs, but it cannot be run in walls, cannot be chopped into walls. This is just due to it being to regulation, cannot be in walls.
Okay, so this is a newish pipe on the market, and is it like a plastic composite sort of material?
Yeah, so it's a very hard plastic. It's UV protective, so it can be in the sun as well. It's very strong. You can't even bend it. So it's a very strong pipe, and it's very cost-effective.
And that can be
well.
used for hot and cold.
Hot and cold and anything that.
And I see we're running the new line with the uni twist.
Yes, exactly. So the unit twist, as you can see, this was all galvanized. We've now taken out the galvanized and we're putting in unit twist into the ground. So copper will be in the walls, copper will be piped into the geyser as well. Unit twist will be run in the floors for the ground. This is for your main line, as well as will be run in the roof, because we want to do it cost effective. So we're going to do everything in the roof with unit twist, and then in the walls, copper. So yeah, these compression fittings here, I'm personally not a big fan about these. A slight movement can cause a leak. So we're going to remove these compression fittings here, and we're going to put solder fittings.
So there we go, some great top tips from John at Plumbing & Co. So as you guys know, on renovations, the order of things is really important. For example, getting the gas line in, you can see here, before we tile. And that's where the stove and hob are going to be. And obviously gas is really important in a modern day home for cooking and not relying on the grid for that. And basically the gas line usually runs in the floor, and it's going to run outside through that wall, and then at a later stage it'll come through the wall here, and the cylinder will sit just outside the backyard here. And big thanks to Warren for always sorting us out over the years for all our gas needs. So basically, you see where these lines are?
Yeah.
That's stove. So they've already brought in the gas line.
Okay, so then we can use this.
You can use this,
This part that's coming.
but then we must just check isolator position. Cool.
We should be able to somehow use this.
You use the pipes at least.
Yeah. Go up and down, just to try and save stuff. But
Yeah.
if it's easier to just chase, we'll just chase it.
Okay, cool. You can see we got these guys here trying to cross to meet up with their friends on that side. They've made their way under the gate, and the mom is trying to get down from there. She's gonna get caught up in the electric fence. Okay, they all made it unscathed. Now they're ready for their next adventure, the neighbor's yard. Proper busy day today on site. We're starting on the roof ridges on the main house. So this is the scullery roof extension that we're starting with now. So there's so many broken roof tiles. We've counted 300 roof tiles that we'll actually need in order to complete this roof repair. We're at the new M2 Tiles showroom. To discuss tiles. Mitch, it's great to work with you again.
Yeah, you too.
Project W.
Welcome to our new space.
It's a beautiful space.
Yeah,
great to be here and to chat through some ideas.
Okay, cool. So we've kind of put out some ideas I can show you.
Nice.
So for main floors, this home's a little bit more contemporary,
Yes.
and I think we should go for something a little bit warmer.
I really like this because of the warmer tone, and the house has a bit of a Tuscan look, so we're going to try and retain some of those elements.
Yeah, and you mentioned in this home you're going to bring in some laminates in the bedrooms.
Yes, some
which
wooden flooring.
I think that's going to really tie in really well.
Absolutely.
And again, bring in that warmth in the bedrooms, which is where you want it.
Exactly.
But the practicality on the main floor, easy to keep clean, maintenance free basically. Okay, and then bathrooms, you've got 3 bathrooms.
Yes.
Let's try and keep it as neutral as possible. On trend though, so let's run the tile into the bathroom, and then what we can do is just on the shower floor, we can just use the non-slip version as a full tile, so that almost looks like a solid, continuous floor. And then what I was thinking is a good option would either be something like the Manicure, which I put out here for you, or what we could do, more of a traditional look and feel to the house.
And then I like a classic metro, especially for this house, bringing in the classical elements, keeping that kind of Tuscan sort of look as well.
Look to it. Let's make the main a little bit more modern. Let's possibly use the Decabella Manicure subway. It's a more rectangular metro, but again, if we're going to be tiling it vertically, it's going to give you a much cleaner, almost Scandinavian look, but still quite classic.
Yeah, so this is the first time I've seen this mint subway, and immediately I love it. And for you guys, I know it's hard sometimes design-wise. You don't necessarily know what you want or where to start. So my advice is reach out to Mitch at M Squared and he'll guide you.
From pools to cladding, anything tile related. So that's exactly what we do. And our mission is to make it easier for you, and it's not so daunting walking into a big showroom where you have no idea what to even look for.
Yeah, awesome. And
Cool.
congrats on the new showroom space. Again,
Thanks.
it's lovely.
It's lovely being here.
Awesome. It's day 24 on site and lots of updates to show you. You've probably been wondering what we've been doing the last few weeks. We haven't been sitting around, that much I can tell you. We've had a bit of a delay with the rain for a week, but other than that, we're really happy with the pace we're moving at. So let's start with the garden trim and tree felling. And it's starting to look really nice and shaped with the beds. Over on this side, we did a precast wall extension with the neighbor because this side was a little bit low. It's thanks to this neighbor that we have discovered something really, really cool on Project W. The house has a borehole. It's thanks to the neighbor's gardener who used to do the gardening this side that came and showed us where it was, because it was hidden with all the overgrowth. And have a look. Unfortunately, no pump. What we did is we connected up a temporary pump. We discovered the hole is 25 meters. So what we did is a yield test. This is the borehole running. Doing a yield test. It's been running for 3 hours, you say? Still running strong, which is a good sign. 4,800 liters per hour. This is a really great discovery. Cannot wait to get this up and running. On the topic of water, let's head over to the other side of the house. So we've run a new water main line from the meter outside. Plumbing & Co has been working hard, and you can see this is where the main line feeds into the house. This section over here, there's something really exciting happening in this exact space in a few weeks. So a bit of a teaser, we're going to be working with a company called Solved. Now, when it comes to water backup and filtration, they've made this necessity affordable and accessible to everyone. So I can't wait to work with them. In the meantime, check them out. Solved, SOLVD. So guys, have a look at the scullery extension. It's finally complete. This is it. You've seen the steps of this build from the beginning, from excavation, foundation, all the way to roof. Roof is on. Obviously we've got the door in and window, and we'll show you inside how spacious it is, and it was the perfect addition that this house really needed. Then in the staff room, we've tiled, we're pretty much complete in here, and the plan from the beginning was to get this done. So we've got a side toilet which is now in, which has meant we could demolish the toilet that was still remaining in the house. Looks really neat, very happy. So the back garden update. Thanks to Clive and his team, we've trimmed where we need to. Unfortunately, we had to remove this diseased tree, but it does lighten up the space quite a bit. The plan is to actually have a bed that goes here and to get this ivy to cover this section. And we've got our oasis in the middle. But the plan from the beginning was to always keep this beautiful tree growth, just to cut back a bit. And that's the beauty of flips. You've got established growth that you can work with. So when it comes to the cracks that this house had, there were way more than anticipated. I mean, have a look. Wherever you see this new plaster with stitching going across is where the cracks were that we've had to repair inside and out. So over here we've built stairs leading down from the stoep by the dining room. We've carried on this retainer wall just to finish it off. More crack repair over here. We're getting ready to do this patio roof. We've connected the toilets up to the sewage line over here. And we've spent time on the roof of the house. You can see the ridges have been reset. And then over here, entertainment room. This roof actually was in a worse state than anticipated. A lot of the timber we couldn't work with. So we working on that and basically rebuilding the roof as a whole. Next step is waterproofing of the entire house. So the interior of Project W on day 24. So the dining extension, and you guys have seen what we've done over here. But I want to chat about why we've gone with this option. So rewinding back, obviously the dining room was a little bit too small, and the initial idea in episode 1 was to actually break out those doors and windows and extend the dining that way onto the stoep. But we've done this instead, and the reason being is it's kind of dual purpose, because you get a bigger dining room, but you also get a built-in TV unit. And it basically solves the TV placement issue in this area, as well as the height difference over here. Now, we could have extended out that way into the dining, but it would have been a bit more expensive. And it's nice to have an outdoor stoep area as well. And I want to thank you guys for your comments on this section and ideas. And it was great because a few of you suggested this setup that we've done, and we'd already just decided to do it. So I enjoyed seeing those comments. In the next episode, we'll touch on exactly design-wise what we're doing here with Innovus. We've got the Innovus boards set up over here. So yeah, lots of ideas that we're playing with. And then briefly in the study, we've created our door, interleading door that we spoke about. It's a great idea. We've got direct access from the garage. So you can see we've completed the crack repairs in the house. Obviously big cracks in this section that are all sorted. Over here, these windows, you'll remember, extended all the way to the floor. So we removed the bottom windows and bricked it up, which I think is a better solution. Now, kitchen space. So all the plumbing and electrics are done in the house. You can see where we've chased for the new pipes, and yeah, the layout is set in this kitchen, which is super exciting. We've got the renders. I mean, we've got a countertop running here, we've got a fridge going here. We've extended this wall a little bit just to get the spacing right. Obviously stove and oven over this side, and then main sink, dishwasher, microwave over here. And now the main event, which is the section of the house I'm really excited about and how it turned out. This is the scullery add-on. We removed the back door that was here, we removed the window, and obviously used them over here. But this is the final scullery space, and it's just so great because you got your wash up area space. You know, it's one of those things where I had the vision, it's executed perfectly. It's a really satisfying feeling. It feels like the after for me already in this space. So super stoked with how this turned out. And then a quick look at the rest of the house. I better speed things up because I can't talk all day, so we can do a fast walkthrough for this. So as I mentioned, electricians have already started wiring. They're quite far with wiring. In the bedrooms as a whole, we've obviously closed up. The next step is to just do a skim to get the final finish looking great. We've removed the side toilet, like I mentioned, in the guest loo. Bathrooms we've closed up where the new pipes went, and obviously the cracks. No longer cracks, they've been fixed, but they just need to be skimmed and made to look nice, the final finish. And main bathroom also all sorted and piped, and quite an exciting one. Outdoor shower is going to be here. We've got our waste in place. We've also got a gully for drainage, and this is going to be absolutely stunning, this area. It's going to be tiled with a funky tile. We're going to have a green metro on this wall. We're going to have some plants here. It's going to be utterly beautiful. And we've got a new window in the shower. You can have a look there. Come outside for a better view. And this was installed by Go Glass and Aluminium. And we've done this because this window is in the shower, so it's better to have aluminium just for the moisture, you know, the wetness that it's going to get, splashes and that. And white is the final color we're going with on all the doors and windows throughout the house. When it comes to electrics, we're working with LMS Electrical, and I want to touch on some of their work, which is usually behind the scenes, and it's things we don't usually speak about on the channel. Now, most old homes are not compliant when it comes to electrics. This home in particular has red and black cleat wiring, which is not compliant. And LMS has been really good in identifying this and making sure we are compliant. So this wiring gets replaced with the white cable. It's the flat twin and earth in joint boxes. So how do the guys test if the existing cables are fine to use and to see where they go? Well, they've got insulation resistance testers to check that the cables have got no faults, and continuity testers to see where they lead. So the guys were really quick to sort out a problem we had the other day. A 20 amp breaker was actually sparking, and they were quick to discover that an incorrect cable size had been used, 2.5 mil to feed a plug instead of 10 mil, and it was the kettle that we're using. So whenever the kettle got turned on, the breaker was sparking, so quite dangerous, and they sorted that out quite rapidly. So it gives you a glimpse of what really goes on. I know some of it's a bit technical, but the point is there's a lot of expertise that goes into electrics, and you really need trained professionals that know the code to make sure the work is done safely and is compliant. So before we end, I've got another exciting teaser for you guys. We've received an exciting package, the Smart Home CCTV kit from Yale, and it's these added features that really go a long way. So the house will have this CCTV camera kit. It's a connected system. You'll be able to see, your cameras wirelessly. It records. So yeah, thank you Yale for this. Can't wait to install it. Step into my office, Shane. So today we are joined with a flooring expert, vinyl, wood, laminate, Shane from Jardine Flooring. Great to have you here. And I was thinking about it the other day. We've been working together for almost 10 years now.
Definitely, and I think this is one of the best offices I can ever be in.
Now
look at people's offices like this, I know that there's work to be done.
Your story is very interesting. So Shane started out as an actual tiler, labourer. Then he got into underfloor heating, and that was back in the 80s.
Well, not that old, Steve. But in 1996, end of 96, somewhere around 97, I was very excited in the flooring industry because laminate flooring had arrived in South Africa. And it's one of the products that I've seen over the 30 years I've been in the industry that has evolved the most, and that still excites me.
Flooring in this house, we're going to tile a lot of the living areas, the kitchen, but for the bedrooms, we're going to go with a wooden flooring.
This was the room I think that concerned me the most for a couple of reasons. The others are kind of okay. If you look at just the substrate on the floor, it's way too uneven for the floor, for any flooring product that we need to put in here.
And in terms of preparation, so you mentioned this floor being probably the worst. You said it's important to make sure the floor is level. That's one of the most important things for preparation. Now, why does that need to be the case with laminate flooring?
You've got different tolerance levels on laminate flooring, and at the end of the day, it's not anybody's opinion what they think will work and won't work. There's a technical data sheet on any flooring product, and it will tell you the tolerance levels.
Tell me what happens when a floor fails.
The biggest thing in floor failure is putting the wrong product in your room. The next thing is not making sure that the expansion joints are done correctly, and it hurts you the technical data sheet of what will work in a room. So there's nothing worse than floor failure for a flooring guy as well as the client. So simple, just make sure you do it the right way the first time and you shouldn't have any problem.
Thanks for that, Shane. It's great to chat about the preparation, the stuff that has to happen before the product comes in. Always learn a lot. We can chat for hours. And it really is true that there's no substitute for experience.
Definitely, I think experience and passion makes a world of difference for me specifically. I'm very passionate about what I do, passionate about flooring. And I'd love to be able to share that passion with more people. A lot of people have so many things they want to learn about flooring, and it's frustrating that I'm not always able to do that.
I've had an idea because we love educating, giving tips, advice on my videos, and I would love to do a Q&A with you.
That's a great idea, Stephen. I'm very excited to do that.
Any questions you guys have relating to flooring, wooden, vinyl, laminate, comment below on this video, and when we see Shane next, when we do the installation, we will try and answer those questions.
And I think before we finish, let's talk about the product that I'm doing now.
We've got a sample over here.
This is manufactured by Perga from Belgium. It's called the Bowden range. Quickly, just one of the best features on the floor is the fact that it's an aqua resist board. And I think that's one of the things that people are concerned about the most. They're so worried about how they live on the floor with kids messing and playing, especially this is going to be a family home with kids in here. So the thing is, you can already give the respective buyers a peace of mind that they can really just live on the floor. So we'll go through that in detail, I think, the next time we chat about it. In terms of Jardine Flooring, 30 years of experience in the industry. I really care about what I do. I've actually sourced the best products and only sell the best products which I think it can work. Not just the product, but the backup service I get from my suppliers is vital for me.
Can't wait for the next episode, which will be the installation, and we will answer your questions, so don't forget to comment them below. And yeah, it's been great chatting. Thanks again.
Steve, thank you very much.
We'll see you in the next
Fantastic.
episode.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, thank you. So another sneak peek, we've got a delivery that just arrived, our Weber tile on tile adhesive, as well as gyprock, ceiling boards and ceiling accessories. And you're gonna see a lot of this in action in the next episode. We're doing a big flooring feature, tiles as well as wooden floors. And it's really a privilege to work with these brands and to showcase the products on the channel. So thanks for watching this episode, everyone. We'll see you next time. Cheers.